How to stay motivated if you can't find any property to buy. I'm Tim Diesel, I'm a commercial real estate consultant, and today I want to talk to you about some tips that I use to stay motivated, and I talk to my clients about staying motivated as well, because this can be a very tough business. If you really think about it, this is this isn't a group activity most of the time. Now, the way I teach it and the way I tell you guys to do it is start building a team, start taking them out, start talking to each other, going to each other's houses, doing a game night, doing all kinds of fun stuff together, because you get to know each other better. But really, this is kind of a lonely one-man business, right? You're really looking for things. It's very easy to get discouraged, because if you're mailing to a bunch of sellers, no one's getting back to you. If you're talking to brokers, property's been sold to someone else, whatever the case is, it's very hard to just keep going. And I get that, I recognize that. And it's very easy for someone to tell you, hey, keep going, keep pushing, motivation is everything, just keep going harder. Well, that's not always the case. You want to be in a positive mental state as much as possible. And I know sometimes that's tough, but as much as you can, keep going along. And here's the truth of all this. And you only need a handful of deals to change your life forever. You don't need a ton of stuff. Sometimes one or two deals does the trick for everybody. And it's possible that one or two deals can take your net worth to $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, so on and so forth. And your cash flow goes up. Your credit becomes better because you're able to make more money to pay off your debt, borrow credit lines, all kinds of stuff. Then the next deal will be easier. Sometimes you don't want to do the next deal. Sometimes you're doing so great on the first deal, you're thinking, you know what, I'm good here. Some people keep going, some people don't. Don't look at this as a very tough, difficult business. And again, you want to look at this as what your opportunities are. So if you look at something, and sometimes you're going to have to make 30, 40, 50 offers before one person will talk to you. And then when they do talk to you and you get through the inspection, and then you realize, oh, this is terrible, I can't get my hands around this. And that's okay. You'll spend 6 months looking for a deal, maybe even a year, but that one deal changes everything. So it just kind of depends on what path you want to go on and how many properties you're looking at. So if you think about this, if all you're looking at is apartment buildings, there's going to be very limited inventory for you. Now, if you're looking at all asset classes, there's going to be a lot more opportunity, right? If you're looking at development deals, if you're looking at hotels, car washes, whatever else, businesses, I talk about that once in a while, you're going to have your hands full. I mean, you really will. One retail deal with a couple of businesses that you figure out how to get in there, or they're yours, that could really change the playing field. And sometimes the first year is not your best year. It happens a lot of times where the first year is terrible, right? It's very tough to get off the ground, just like in any business. In year number 2 and 3, you look back and you're thinking, what happened in my life? Everything's changed. So the best way to do it, give yourself a little goal. Hey, every week I'm going to send out one letter of intent to someone. And you're probably thinking, well, who am I going to send it out to? Well, you know what? Send it off to anybody. And when I say anybody, I mean if you're looking at apartment buildings or office buildings, whatever it is, if you see an address, look up the owner for that address, send it off to them. And hey, you might get something, you might not. I used to send letters certified mail, so I know they received it. And that doesn't mean they're going to get back to you, but you just know they received it. And if you do that consistently, remember, consistency is everything in this business. Someone's going to talk to you. And when they do, it might be a pleasant conversation. It might not go the way you wanted it to. But it really only takes 1 or 2 deals, because a lot of times they'll say, hey, you know what, I'm not interested in selling, but my buddy is, and he's got property wherever, somewhere else. So, like attracts like in this environment. Most of these people will do the same thing. And that's something to look forward to. So really just keep as motivated as possible. Really try to keep doing this. Try to pursue. Persistence is everything. And eventually you're going to get something. If you stay the course, if you work hard enough, you're going to get something. You're going to get something that's going to change your life. It's going to make a big difference on your life. And just with the help of your contacts and growing your team, doing all those things, it's very difficult not to succeed. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions on anything, please let me know and I'll help you out with it. Thank you.